Today's day 6 of the 12 days before Christmas. You know what that means. Let's see, 6 from 12 is 6 more days till Christmas. Okay, today's story, first I want to say I love you. I love you, Sierra Jade, Delta Ray, Thatcher Cole. Grandma loves you oh so much. I love you. Let's read our story. The Doll's Christmas Party. It was the week before Christmas. And the dolls in the toy shop played together all night. The biggest one was from Paris. Oh, I know a particular little girl that likes, well, she's not so little anymore. She's kind of tall now. But she loves France and French people in Paris. One night she said, we ought to have a party before Santa Claus carries us away to the little girls. I can dance and I will show you how. I can dance myself if you will pull the strings, said Jim the doll. What shall we have for supper? Piped the little boy in a jersey suit. He was always thinking about eating. Oh dear, cried the French lady. I don't know what we shall do for supper. I can get the supper out at a big rag doll. The other dolls had never liked her very well, but they thanked her now. She had taken lessons at a cooking school and knew how to make cake and candy. She gave French names to everything she made, and this made it taste even better. Old Mother Hubbard was there, and she said the rag doll did not know how to cook anything. They danced in one of the great shop windows. They opened a toy piano, and a singing doll played Coming Through the Rye. The dolls did not find that a good tune to dance by, but the lady did not know any other, and although she was the most costly doll in the shop, then they wound up a music box and danced by that. This they did very well for some time, but they had to walk around when it played Hail Columbia and wait for something else. The Jim doll had to dance by himself, for he could do nothing but a breakdown. He would not dance at all unless someone else pulled his string. A toy monkey did this, but he would not stop when the dancer was tired. They had supper on one of the counters. The rag doll placed some boxes for tables. The supper was of candy, but there was nothing in the shop to eat but sugar hearts and eggs. The dolls liked candy better than anything else, and the supper was splendid. Patsy McCork said she did not eat candy. He wanted to know what kind of supper it was without any potatoes. He got very angry, put his hands in his pocket, and smoked his pipe. It was very uncivil for him to do so in company. The smoke made the little lady sick, and they all tried to climb into a horn of plenty to get out of the way. Mother Hubbard and the two waiters tried to sing, I love little pussy, but the tall one in a brigand hat opened his mouth wide. The small dollies were afraid they might fall into it. The clown raised both arms in wonder, and Jack in the Box sprang up as high as he could to look down into the fellow's throat. All the baby dolls in caps and long dresses had been put to bed. They woke up when the others were at supper and began to cry. The big doll brought them some candy, and that kept them quiet for some time. The next morning, a little girl found the toy piano open. She was sure the dolls had been playing on it. These grown-up people thought it had been left open the night before, but they do not understand dolls as well as little people do. You think that's true? I think children have great imaginations, and I hope my grandchildren never forget that they have great imaginations. You know, if you're making things up and playing make-believe, a good thing to do is either grab a tape recorder and record it, or maybe you could grab some paper and a pen and start a journal and start putting all your stories in there. That would be a great way to keep your stories. Not only might you do something with them someday, but you might want to read them to your kids when you're all grown up so that they can see that you were little once too. You know, sometimes adults act so grown up that they forget they're little, and they forget what it was like to be little. But if we had our stories from when we were little, I think we would remember better about what it was like to be little. And I think our children would see us differently because they would realize that we too were once little, just like they were. Who knows? It might be something new to try. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I love you so much. Merry Christmas. Grandma will be back tomorrow.